All right, here he is, Herb Stratford, here to talk about what is opening this week. And we got a lot of big names this week.
We do. Specifically, the first one, Black Adam, and this is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who, of course, everybody, whatever he does, everyone goes to see. Worldwide, he's huge. He's a global star. This is his long-awaited entry into the comic book universe, and he plays Black Adam, who is a DC, not a Marvel, a DC Comics. Sort of an anti-hero. He's an Egyptian slave who was given all these masterful powers and then imprisoned. He gets out of his tomb 5,000 years later, and so he's sort of an anti-hero. And this is sort of the anti-Shazam, I guess. And so basically, this is something that's been in the works for a long time. Everyone wanting to see how he would interact in this universe. The reviews have been sort of mixed right now, about 54% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I think definitely a lot of fan service, a lot of people excited about this, but as far as superhero movies go, not so great.
I mean, it's The Rock. They should have, done a better job. All right, the next one we have is Ticket to Paradise, not the song, but the movie.
Yeah, and of course, anytime you can get together and get Julia Roberts and George Clooney together, look out, right? That's going to be box office magic. So basically, they play a couple whose daughter, Caitlin Dever there, has decided she's on Bali and decides that she wants to marry a guy that she just met. Well, George and they're both divorced, and so they come to the wedding and they decide that they should team up to stop this wedding because they think it's a bad idea. So comedy hijinks ensue, right? So 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. If you're a fan of either of these actors, I think it's gonna, it's just a lot of fun just to see them and nice to see them on screen again. And it's just sort of a, it's a date movie.
Yeah, it's good to see them again for sure. What about The Banshees of Inisherin?
So this is Martin McDonagh's film with Colin Farrell, and basically Brendan Gleeson. And basically they pay two friends. One of them just decides he doesn't want to be friends anymore, and the other one will not accept that as a scenario. So sort of a fun little Irish story about friendship. And not wanting to let go. And of course, Colin Farrell is great. Brendan Gleeson just hosted Saturday Night Live last week. So just a really fun film. If you like these guys, maybe you saw them together in the film In Bruges, which was everybody's favorite. This is at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. So there you go.
Wow. Okay, we're going to have to check that one out. And before we go, we have about 25 seconds left. FIlm Fest Tucson, we just want to give you a round of applause because you worked so hard to put this on this past weekend. How did it go?
It went very well, thank you. We had great audiences. We had some fun things. We had Phil Rosenthal from Somebody Feed Phil there was with us, which was great. A sold-out crowd to see him and debut one of the new episodes from his season that just dropped on Tuesday on Netflix. So he was a lot of fun. Efren Ramirez, Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite, was our special DJ at the wrap party. He was a lot of fun up at Playground downtown. And we also did the Silent Joan of Arc with live music, and there's some of the musicians and choral people that performed along with the silent film. So a lot of fun, a really great event, and this was our 6th one, and now we start to think about the next one.
It's a whole year-long process, Herb. Well, we want to thank you for bringing that to Tucson, and we know that you're going to hopefully get some rest.
Yes, thank you.
And then start planning the next one. Herb, thank you. We will see you next week.
Yes.
Let's get straight over to Stephanie.